welcome back to another video, and today is the day. This is predicting the Premier League table, as you can probably tell by the title. This video is going to be tough. This video is going to be a very tough video to make, and I don't know how I'm going to do it, but we're going to do it the way we do it, and if you don't agree with me, you don't agree with me, but that's how it goes. So, to start off straight away, starting off strong at 20th. For 20th, there's a couple of teams you can pick. I could have picked Leeds. Nah. I could have picked West Brom. I could have picked Aston Villa, Crystal Palace. A lot of people are saying Brighton. Nah. For me, Fulham is my 20th position. Yes, they have Mitrovic. He can't carry them by himself. He can't carry them by himself. I don't care what anyone's saying. He can score goals. They gotta not concede. And their defence isn't strong enough for me, in my opinion. I don't think their defence is strong enough for it. And I think, for now, Fulham is going to be my 20th position. But yeah, that's what I think, and yeah. Moving on to 19th position, where we have West Brom. Now, for West Brom, I picked them at 19th because I don't think they're staying up. That is just personal preference. From what I've seen of them, they relied on Andres Pereira, Matheus Pereira last season, and now he's gone back to from loan. I don't think they're gonna have a very strong season. Is West Brom. And again, not much to say about West Brom, to be honest. I like the club, but I don't see them staying up next season. So yeah, West Brom 19th. Moving on to 18th now. I picked Crystal Palace. It's a bit of a tough one. Crystal Palace for me, they've got a good enough squad, but I've heard Wilfried Zaha could be moving. He's linked with a couple of clubs, and if he moves, I think they're gonna struggle a lot next season. And to be honest, I think they're a club that struggled last season, and the way they struggled last season, I think they'll struggle again this season, and that's why I picked them as 18th. So yeah, Crystal Palace at 18th. So at 17th, I was tied between two clubs. Well, three. I was tied between Aston Villa, Southampton and Leeds. Now, for me, Southampton and Aston Villa are a team of the same ability. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but for me, I think they're a team of the same ability, and I think Aston Villa struggled this season for the start. But because they struggled, I think this season they might struggle too. Jack Grealish, obviously, and Mings could carry them this season, and I think they'll be the same again. And I think they're going to be in the same position as they finished this season, and I think they're going to be 17th. And yeah, like I said, we'll move on straight away from Aston Villa because there's not much to say about Aston Villa except they will. I think they will stay up. But yeah, moving on. We're going to go to 16th. Now, for 16th, I could have gone with Leeds or Southampton, but I ended up picking Southampton. And the reason I picked Southampton was because, for me, Southampton are a very tied up side that rely on Danny Ings, and I think Danny Ings will play well next season, and which is why I think Southampton are going to be the best team next season. I think they're going to finish 16th next season. I mean, I'm having a bit of a breakdown there. Anyway, moving on to 15th, where I've said already, Leeds. They're just a strong side. They are a strong side, and I think they'll do okay in the Premier League. I think they'll stay up. I don't know if necessarily they're going to finish 15th. I'm going with what my gut says here. But they could finish flipping 17th, it could finish 14th, it could finish 10th, anything can happen. But for me, Leeds are going to finish 15th. Now we're going to move on now to 14th, where this is a struggly one, because there's a couple of teams you can pick. And for me, this is a bit of a shock one. I've picked Sheffield United. They had a very good season this season, don't get me wrong. But with the club's funds and the class of players they have, I don't believe they're going to do it again. I think the chemistry they have is very good. Don't get me wrong, I think that is perfect. But for me, I think that I don't think that they're going to be very good next season with the funds that are going to come in. The funds that are going to come in are okay, obviously, but like, I don't think they're going to be good enough to keep them up. To keep them in the same kind of position they were this season. So Sheffield United, I've put them 14th. Now we move on to 13th, and you expect someone that I haven't said a lot of teams already, and that is because I've got a notebook to decide who I'm putting and who I'm not, and I've already pre-done this video ready in the notebook, so I've got some words to say about players and stuff like that, and it's the same with Brighton here. I've gone with Brighton 13th because Ollie Watkins is having a chance to go in there or something. They also have they've also signed Lallana and Veltman from Ajax, so I think they're gonna have a very, very good veteran side, to be honest. The veteran side, and obviously Ollie Watkins coming in. Not like Ollie Watkins is old. Ollie Watkins is not old, he's young. And what I mean is Lallana and Veltman are older, like, you know, so that's what I mean. But yeah, I think Brighton will finish 13th next season thanks to the quality they're signing. They're signing some good quality players, and I think 13th is going to be good for them next season, to be honest. Yeah, I think it's looking good. So we'll move on. Let's go to 12th. Now, 12th could be one of two teams. I would have picked West Ham, but I think in my gut they're gonna have a good. They're having a good enough season. So for me, I picked Burnley. I think they rely on Nick Pope a lot, and for me, I think because they rely on Nick Pope so much, I've picked them as 12th because Nick Pope's a good player. Also Jay Rodriguez. I think he's a good enough player. But he's gotta prove himself this season now. They could sell him, see, and I think they wouldn't miss him if they sold him right now. But for me, I think they should. I think he should do well next season, and I think I'd agree with having him as a player there, and I think he'd be good for that. Anyway, we'll move on to 11th, and 11th is one of two teams for me. Like I said, I think West Ham are having a good season, so for me, 11th for West Ham is a good enough season. And Newcastle could have battled it out as well, and yeah, that's what I went with. I went with Newcastle for 11th. I think with this season now, unless they have this takeover, and I don't know if it's been said they're having it yet, but without this takeover, I don't think they're going to do well. I don't think they're going to do bad, but I don't think they're going to do very, very, very well. So I picked Newcastle as my 11th spot, and we're going to dashingly, is that a word? Dashingly. Anyway, we're going to dashingly, because that's now a word, move on to the next team, and we're moving on to 10th, which is mid-table, perfect mid-table. And I'd be happy as a Premier League team unless I had players like Manchester City's players with 10th. And if I had players like Liverpool, Manchester City, Chelsea, Man U, you know, I wouldn't be happy then. They should be getting 5th, 6th or 7th at least. But yeah, 10th is something I would be proud of. So for 10th, I picked West Ham. Like I said, I think they're gonna have a decent season. For 10th for West Ham, I'd say is very fair. I'd say at the quality of their squad. And I've got no words to say really, except they've got a good quality squad, and I think they're gonna do well. But now we've moved on to the last 9. Whoa. So 9th now. Moving on to the last 9, which is, this video is going quite quick to be honest. Is a team I think will do half decent next season. I think they'll do alright. Not good enough to get Europa League, obviously, at 9th, but I reckon they're a good enough squad to get Europa League. I just don't think they're gonna get it. I think they'll miss out. And I've picked Everton. Richarlison and Moise Keane is all my words. They're the 2 best players there, without a shadow of a doubt. They've got a good keeper in Pickford. They've got a couple of decent players there, and I think if they start all their good players, maybe play Richarlison on the wing if you have to, on the left wing obviously, he can play left wing. But if you start him on the wing and maybe Moise Keane up front, you're gonna have a very good squad next season, and I think you could get 9th with that squad. But you've gotta start in the good enough players, and yeah, let's move onwards. So we have 8th, where I could pick one of 2 teams. The 2 Londons. Well, not the 2 Londons, there's more than 2 Londons. The London derby. The big London derby. Arsenal versus Tottenham. And I could have picked Arsenal 8th, I could have picked Tottenham 7th, I could pick Tottenham 8th and Arsenal 7th, and that's what I've done. I've picked Tottenham 8th. I'm going to struggle to see them next season if they play like they did this season. And that's not me being biased, that's me being truthful. They weren't the quality that Spurs are last season. And I think they need to carry on the quality. I think they just need to rely on their quality team. You know, Son, Kane. Even I can agree as an Arsenal fan, they have a very good squad. But I don't see them getting 7th. I don't see them getting the Europa League next season, and that's disappointing. But anyway, we'll move on. 7th, I've already said, I've picked Arsenal. Now, I'm hoping for a better season. This is me hoping. This is what I think. I think with the signing of Willian, and with a couple more defensive and central and midfield and signings for the midfield, we could be a good enough squad next season to get Europa League again. And I think we might do well enough in the Europa League if we have some good players as well. You know, I don't think we have to. I can't see us relying on the 2 players I can't see us relying on Willian all season, because that's just unfair. I can't see us relying on Aubameyang again all season because he'll leave at the end. And I can't see us relying on Pepe all season because he'll leave at the end. So for me, all the players have to work together now, and now is the time to come together as one and be a team, and hopefully they will. But yeah, anyway, we're going on to 6th now, and 6th is a team that might surprise you. I've picked Wolves. They have a very good quality side. Only looking at it now, they do have a very good quality side. Raul Jimenez, Jota, Adama Traore, oh my god, Ruben Neves, John Coutinho, Doherty, Connor Cody, do I have to go on? Rui Patricio. I think their side's good enough. I think they've got a very, very good side, and it's a nice little side. And coming from a little team to be in a big team in like 1 season or 2 seasons, That's pretty good for Wolves. So I've picked Wolves as 6th. I think they'll do well next season. I haven't really got many words. I don't think there's been any transfer news. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but don't be, about it. Anyway, we're moving on to 5th now. Leicester. Without a shadow of a doubt, they've got to be within 5th and 4th. 5th and 4th are going to battle it next season. I know it. Whoever's there, 5th is going to be right next to 4th the whole season. I don't know why I think it, but I really think that. And for me, I picked Leicester as 5th because I think they're an unlucky side to be 5th, and I think they'll be just behind number 4. And yeah, again, no transfer news that I know about for Leicester either. So we'll move on to 4th now. I picked Manchester United. I think they've got a decent side. Rashford, Martial, Bruno Fernandes, but they've got to really work on his defence. I can't remember how much they paid for Maguire, but they wasted their money on him. No offence, you just did. And again, you wasted loads of money on random players that you didn't even need. The only good signing I've seen in the last couple of in a year or so for Man United was Bruno Fernandes. Or Aaron Wan-Bissaka as well. But again, I think Manchester United are a good enough squad. They just need to prove it to their fans next season because, they lost to Sevilla last night. I wouldn't say that's unlucky. I just thought they weren't the better team. And yeah, Manchester United are 4th. So we have the top 3 here, and this defies who is gonna finish first. And this is gonna be my favourite part probably of my first ever table prediction videos. I've gone with 3rd. And there's only 3 teams left. There's Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea. There's only 3 teams left. So out of all 3 teams, I've gone with 3rd as Chelsea. Now, as a team of their quality, they need to be signing some more players next season, and they need to have some more quality as well as Ziyech and Timo Werner. They're probably going to have Timo Werner, Ziyech, what am I saying? They're going to have Pulisic, Werner, Ziyech, and then Mount as a cam just behind Timo Werner, probably. So Werner will be playing up in the middle here, and then Mount will probably push up as he's pushing up. So yeah, I've gone with Chelsea is 3rd. I think they're gonna have a very good squad next season, but with the team not knowing each other very well because of the new sign. Well, I wouldn't say not knowing each other very well. That's a bit dumb of me, but you know what I mean. The players haven't really met very well, but they have had time now to get to know each other and to get to grips with each other, how they play on the pitch. And yeah, anyway, we'll just move on again. Now we have 2nd, and this defies whether I think Liverpool are going to finish 1st or Man City are going to finish 1st. And I've gone with the one team I think will... this is going to cause me so much in the comments, but for 2nd, I've gone with Man City. I don't know. I don't know why. I think Liverpool are winning it again. I think they're a good enough squad to win it again. And if they do win it again, fair play. Because, I don't know. I think they're a good enough squad to win it again. I think they'll double it. And anyway, we'll move on. We'll keep talking about Man City. Man City, good enough team. 2nd in the league is perfect. I wouldn't complain. Yes, they want to be pushing for 1st, but for 2nd for Man City isn't bad. I mean, Ake coming in from Bournemouth, he's going to probably start as a centre-back for them. Paid 41 million for him, which is a very good deal for Ake, a player of his quality. But even with that, we gotta move on now to the number one, the C's of the whole group. And like, I think what I think is what I think, so you can have your opinion, I'll have mine, but I think Liverpool are gonna win it again. That is just what I think, and you might think a lot different. But yeah, I think Liverpool are going to win it again, and that's about it. And that's about all I can say about them. Obviously, saying that I can't say his name, Tismiskas guy. I don't know where he came from. I don't know. I can't pronounce his name. I know that I don't even know what position he is. I just know they signed him. I'm a football YouTuber. I don't even know half the things I need to know. But yeah. I'll look it up and I'll talk about it in a transfers video. That should be coming soon. I'm going to start talking about transfers in videos, guys. So hopefully you could get pumped for that. And yeah, this is the end of the football. This is the end of the football video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and share. If you look in the description of this video, you will see a link, as in like the last video. It's the same link down below. Go and check this guy out. He's a top lad. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.